Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. I was born in Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
Ooh, the real.
Real hood.
The real.
I'm from outside
Terrible.
Detroit.
I moved all around because my dad worked. Mom, she's a janitor at cafeteria, whatever. Okay, so I could give me anything to talk about. I can talk about it forever.
Okay, I would like you to talk about, from your perspective, if and what is the youth crisis right now? Like, what is troubling the youth like us right now, and why do you feel that we are where we are?
I believe what troubles our youth most is internet. Period. Point blank. It's like you get everything quicker. I'm not saying it's bad. Hush. You get everything quicker. So when you see stuff like you see a fight, and at first it was just this little crowd who saw it, but now it's the whole world who see it. You see, or you see a video of a girl doing crazy stuff, and instead of her it just being her in the mirror, it's the whole world. You know, that's one of our crises. That's our main crisis because everything is faster. You can connect with people you don't even know, never heard of. I mean, like, it's just like there. It's there. But you know what? I believe we can change it. You know? We can change it.
Right.
We can be different. Like me, put down your phone, go outside. I know y'all like 20, 15. That's okay. You got little sisters and brothers, go play with them. Go teach them how to do their alphabetical ABCs and stuff. You know, I got a little cousin Brandon. He trying to learn he learned how to spell his name, and we use it to go with colors and stuff like that. You know, do anything that can like be a leader, influence. You know, influence our next leaders so they won't be like us or what we're gonna become. Because what I see is not actually. They say the older people say we're worse than they was. We're like, let me see the word. We're not as respectful as they were. You see your pants when you walk in. I mean, you see your drawers when you walk in. Like, what is that? What is that? We don't want to see that. They say. They say our girls, they don't never conceal themselves no more. But we can teach these little kids if we just see it. We can teach these little kids, like, girl, cover yourself up, baby. You can be beautiful without all the makeup. You can be just as smart and talented without shaking your butt. Boys, you can be better than what the white man think. You know, you can be. That's all we need to do. You know, so our crisis, I guess, how I'm trying to say is, our crisis is ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, damn, dang that. No. Look. I complete. Yes, you can do it, and you did it. Like, you did it. And she brings up a lot of great, interesting points that really resonate with me, because really, to her point, like, y'all gotta understand that the real world is kind of somewhat, perception of what real life is a little bit differently now than it was maybe like when I was in high school. Like, now, a lot of times the real world doesn't even start and stop until you're online. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, for example, do y'all know people that are on the internet and we see them on the internet, they're like one way, or like they just, or it just always seems like one thing, and then you get them in person and they're nothing like that. Mm-hmm. Nothing. You be like, dang, like, where's all the juice, or like, where's all the sweat? Like, because people are living in this digital space, but the access to information, right? It can be a good thing and a bad thing, because I really like that point that she brought up. We do have a lot more access to stuff, right? So when you put something out in the world, we know off the flip that it has the potential to reach millions. So I would not discourage you from putting things out into the world. What I would encourage you to do is apply different filters. Be very mindful of what you put out and how it could potentially affect someone, because you might not be able to be right then and there to clear up something for somebody, and they might just, you know, interpret it a certain way. In a fight, they not gonna see the reason why y'all was fighting. All they gonna see is people acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, there's really hardly a time where you can justify a fight, because at the end of the day, you always got a choice to walk away. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about y'all, but like when I grew up and I was a toxic leader and we was in the streets a lot, what I found out is violence begots more violence. So when my homie would come and run at me and talk about, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying, they just jumped me, da-da-da. We go over there and this literally happened. Like, I remember like the first instance when it went from like us just fighting, like we used to have like real big group fights, into the first time like I got into a shootout. And this was, I was like 14 at the time. How old are y'all?
14.
Exactly. Like, I was in the streets young, like young. So like when I was 14 or whatever, we used to do real big group fights. Like we would have like block fights. Like I'm 30 block, you know what I'm saying? That's where I was raised. And we were into it with these 12th Street dudes. And this is one story, right? And from this, I learned that you can't make everyone's beef your beef, because you will die over someone else's problem. Don't make everybody's problem your problem. You know what I'm talking about? So we get a call from my homie. He just like, hey bro, hey y'all, I need y'all to come through. These 12th Street dudes didn't jump me. He ain't tell us the whole story, that's all he told us, but that was enough for us to hop in the Chevy and we there. You know what I'm saying? And not long story short, but at the end we didn't know. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, so I'm gonna just wrap up this story real quick and we gonna eat. So we didn't know that really he was over there trying to talk to one of these dudes' girlfriends, and like they felt disrespected. That's what it was about. But he didn't tell us that. He was just like, hey, they're trying to jump me. So we hop in the car, we run over there, bam. They ran in the house, you know what I'm saying? Cousins, them trying to get in the house. They was like, had the door held up. Bam, he broke the window. They all ran down. Long story short, we went in there, we beat him up. Whooped them. We left. We came back home. Y'all remember Boost mobile phones? Yeah. We was chirping, right? No. So one of these dudes, they chirped us and was like, hey, boy, where y'all at? I was like, boy, we on the block, boy, we on the 30 block. What's up? Pull up. He was like, come outside. Then my cousin, he gonna really try to go outside. I was like, bro, don't go outside, bro. That's a setup. As soon as I heard that, I heard the loudest noise like I've ever heard. Like, that was my first time actually ever hearing like an AK-47 being shot. And when I tell you, like, all it was flashes, it was glass, and my cousin, as he reached for the doorknob actually got shot off. You know what I'm saying? But he was like this, trying to open the door. The doorknob got shot off. My little cousin, she got nicked, you know what I'm saying, like grazed in the neck from a bullet. And that was the first time we got into a shootout. You know what I'm saying? So little situations that you might take lightly can perpetuate real fast. Something as simple as you get into it with somebody at school and y'all fight. You don't know what they got going on. You don't know who their peoples is, and you don't know what level that they are ready to take it to. You might know your limit. You might be like, hey, I'm gonna just argue with this person, that's it. Hey, I'm gonna just let them know, like, I don't play no games and that's it. But it's best to really just refrain from those type of situations, because more than likely violence is gonna bring more violence. You argue with somebody, and 9 times out of 10, that's what somebody wants. When someone gives you negative energy, they want that back. That's why they say you kill hate with kindness. Because somebody, ooh, I can't say, and you like, well, you know, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I feel great. Like, I have nothing against you. What, really? Like, what's wrong? Like, okay, I'm gonna let you do that by yourself. Like, you take someone's thunder from them. But when you back there and you giving it back to them, that's what they want. They want to get a rile out of you. You ain't always gotta wear your emotions on your sleeve. Like, that's why I say, like, when you come to school, treat it as business. Just because you might not necessarily get along with your teachers the best way, don't let that mess up what your overall objective is, and that's to get your education and to graduate. You feel me? Don't let your emotions dictate your actions. Think logically. Swag, y'all ready to eat?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody stand up. Y'all know how we stand up?
Woo!
Yes! Now, chivalry's not